Sit down. At this time, we'll call to order the City of Shamokin Council meeting, December 11th, 2023. We'll pledge to the flag and remain standing for a moment of silent prayer. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Amen. Okay, this time.
Councilman Milburn.
Here.
Councilwoman Lashinsky.
Here.
Councilwoman Moyer.
Here.
Councilwoman Ennis.
Here.
Mayor Ulrich.
Here.
All present and accounted for, Mayor.
All right, at this time, do we have any presentation?
No, sir.
All right, any acknowledgements?
No, sir.
Bids,
No, sir.
correspondence.
We have received the correspondence once again, which I read to all of council a little earlier, and that was from this gentleman here representing the Shamokin Fire Bureau. Is that correct, sir?
Yes.
Okay. But no, Mayor, you can go ahead and proceed.
Okay, citizens' comments contingent upon business listed on the agenda.
That would be me.
Okay.
Let's see.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Daniel Sessions. I am president of the Shamokin Fire Bureau. I am here tonight to speak on behalf of the Shamokin Fire Bureau about the open chief position. There's been talk about only having 3 chiefs, in which we do not think that is a good idea, as that would add more stress and abundance of tasks to our 3 chiefs we have now. We would also like to ask that you consider a recommendation for Bruce Rogers to fulfill the position as requested by the Shamokin Fire Bureau. All personnel were asked to apply for the position if they wished to do so. Bruce Rogers was the only one to apply. A letter for Bruce's recommendation for the position was written and delivered to Mr. Slavey November 9th, 2023. He has served 20 years as a fire chief officer, so he's more than qualified. He's also around to make calls, especially during the daytime, which we need the most. Stations are already low on manpower, volunteers, and we feel if the wrong person would get the chief position, we would lose even more people, which at this time we cannot afford to do.
All right. Well, thank you. Okay.
Mayor, if I may,
No,
just 3 minutes.
one.
One, okay.
That's per your way.
For my, I might not get any time at all. I just wanted to, I know it's on, is it on here? This is- Okay, under the solicitor's report, I see we're gonna submit again for a government study commission question to hit the ballot.
Right.
I understand you guys have done this for probably about 6 months this year. So that'll be the 9th vote by this council this year on a topic similar to this, whether it was removing or resubmitting an ordinance. 19 originally it failed. 21, the administration didn't listen to voters and it was failed again in the primary. 22, there was an election. I won for city council. A few months later, that was changed. Voters weren't respected then. Last year, attempt for the 3rd time, me and 4 other people put our names out there. 2 other people in the entire city of 8,000 people failed to put their name on a ballot. You guys voted to remove it again. I think in this last year, instead of worried about what Act 47 DCD continues to pound to us, we could have been looking at other avenues to make up somewhat of this deficit or trying some things out. We're classified a 3rd-class city. We had 20,000 people that lived in this city. We had factories in the city. Probably 15,000 of those 20,000 worked. We have 8,000 people here, and you have about 2,000 to 3,000 that work, according to the census. We may not fit a 3rd-class city anymore. Has anybody looked into possible reclassification to see if we would fit better as a township or a borough or some other municipality where we may have different tax options to be able to get this done? Also, I spoke with a lady from the tax assessment office. She has not received any permits from the city to the county for those reassessments in 3 years. There's a couple other things I was trying to get through, but I feel like I'm kind of getting close here. But I just think that, again, like this failed again. We're trying to shove it down people's throats. The reality is you can vote to put it on all you want. It failed by more votes the 2nd time than the 1st time. And I understand this time you probably will have the candidates. But trying to get people to constantly keep voting on the same topic and they keep shooting it down, I just feel like Act 47 has been here 8 years and we're involved with the Department of Economic Development. We have not seen any economic development here. We were promised a healthcare facility downtown that would have brought a lot of jobs here and a lot of focus to this area, a lot of traffic, a lot of revenue for businesses. We never got it. We were promised also by Mr. Twigger 4 years ago, we were getting 2 hotels. We never got them. I just think that we have the commissioners down here in a big show for the press, the news item. I just think that there was a lot of promises made to this city and the people of this city, and it was never delivered on. That's not these people, your guys' fault. You know, that's a lot of other topic in general, but I just think that there's other avenues. We have communication with representatives who support this. I mean, if Joanne and Linda can help us, then maybe the city needs to look for potentially other candidates to put on the ballot here in a couple weeks.
Yeah.
You know, for a state representative and maybe for some, if they don't want to help. I mean, I think the city's bent over backwards to help on our end, to help them. I think in return, they were elected to represent us. If they don't want to represent us, then maybe there needs to be a change there. I just think there's a lot of other things we can work on, and I'd like to speak with you about some things and
All right.
see where it goes from there. But that's all I had on that. I just
Okay.
not in favor of the whole home rule because of the EIT tax, the cap coming off.
Right.
That's it.
All right. Thank you. Okay, under minutes, request a motion to accept the minutes of the City of Shamokin Council meeting on November 13th, 2023, regular council meeting.
So moved.
I'll second that.
Anything on the question?
Councilman Milburn,
Yes.
Councilwoman Waschinsky,
Yes.
Councilwoman Moyer,
Yes.
Councilwoman Ennis,
Yes.
Mayor Ulrich.
Yes.
The motion carries unanimously.
All right, request a motion to accept the minutes of the City of Shamokin Council meeting on December 4th, 2023. It was a special meeting.
So moved.
I'll second.
Anything on the question?
Councilman Milburn,
Yes.
Councilwoman Waschinsky,
Yes.
Councilwoman Moyer,
Yes.
Councilwoman Ennis,
Yes.
Mayor Ulrich.
Yes.
The motion carries unanimously.
Okay, under bills, motion to approve the bills from November 2023 as listed on the bill list.
I'll make the motion there.
Thank you.
I'll second that.
Is there anything on the question?
Councilman Milburn,
Yes.
Councilwoman Waschinsky,
Yes.
Councilwoman Moyer,
Yes.
Councilwoman Ennis,
Yes.
Mayor Ulrich.
Yes.
The motion carries unanimously.
Okay, under director's reports, accounts and finance.
I have the treasurer's report for the month of November, 2023. General fund balance, $281,723.09. Total liquid fuels balance, $193,266.96. Total library balance, $159,454.10. Total sinking fund number one, debt service, $203,494.93. Total sinking fund number two, recreation balance, $374,583.69. Total street lighting balance, $370.05. Total American Legion balance, $261.27. Total neighborhood mitigation fund balance, $47,816.27. Total code department balance, $12,098.50. And total police department balance, $6,067.01. For a total balance in all accounts, $1,279,153.87. Submitted by the city treasurer Brenda Scandal. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, parks and public buildings.
Just a few things, Mayor. First of all, I'd like to acknowledge all of the volunteers in so many capacities that have just been doing such great work all around the city. It's very evident in just so many areas, especially Mike Duganis and Fios for decorating, and always, rising to the occasion. And Mrs. Brown also, who decorated City Hall this time. Really appreciate that. Chief Psycho, do you want to wait until it's your turn?
Sure.
I had asked Chief Psycho to bring the defibrillator that the city, one of them that the city received. The chief and Mr. Slavy applied for grants and they were successful in doing that. And Chief, how many did we get?
We got 7 all total.
7 in total. So we're, have to have a little meeting and decide exactly where they're going to go, but, would you wanna give a little demonstration? Or you wanna wait until it's your turn?
Whatever he's like me to do.
Demonstration.
Well, no, just to show. When I went down, he was showing me how the machine worked, which might not be familiar to.
I have my card, yeah, I don't have my card today.
Whatever you'd like.
Yeah.
Real quick, folks, and again, I want to thank Mrs. Moyer and Mr. Slavy. We're able to obtain the new life pack defibrillators, and a couple of questions came up. Myself and Mrs. Moyer were talking about them, and there was concerns. Back in the day when these first came out, you had to be certified in CPR and get your AED certification. Now you'll find these in gymnasiums, libraries, schools, malls. And the big thing is it's self-explanatory. With our models we got for here, it has a large white box, has AED displayed on it, and it'll be mounted on a wall, normally near an exit. With this specific one that I purchased and how times are changing, what I actually did was it's a bilingual machine. It speaks in English and Spanish.
Remove all clothing from patient's chest.
When you open the door, it will walk you through everything. Okay, so you're removing the
Pull
clothes.
red handle to reveal pads.
You just pull it. There's 2 sets of
Look
pads in
at
there.
pictures on pads.
When you look at the pictures, it tells you exactly
Apply
where to
pads
place them.
to bare skin, exactly as shown in the pictures.
Pictures dictate everything.
Press pads firmly.
Also,
Pull red handle to reveal pads. Look at pictures on pads. Apply pads to
so
bare
it's gonna
skin,
keep running
exactly
through
as shown in the pictures.
the way it goes. With
Press
this
pads.
system, it actually is equipped to handle the child and handle an infant. With our old AEDs, we had to carry several types of patches. We had to have what they call the key. If we had a child or an infant, we had to apply the key, which down powered the machine, and then apply the patches. These new machines know automatically by the type of pads what their power has to go to. So they're all self-explanatory. Also, it has a little key card about calling 911, and in the packet, there's a pair of rubber gloves, a mask to do mouth to mouth, and also a card for adequate CPR instructions. The big thing is through all the studies they did, CPR is one thing, but early defibrillation is saving lives. It's been proven time and time and time again. And in our area, the advanced life support units, our paramedic units, carry a bigger model of this. A lot of times they're tied up. That's why they wanted to make these public, that they can get them out to where they can. And again, I've seen them work. I know they work. These gentlemen have seen them work. They know they work. And the big thing about it is, the early defibrillation is what's saving lives. The CPR is helping, but this is what saves it. And this machine will talk you straight through to when to defibrillate somebody. It shouts out to clear, to stay away from the patient. This machine will tell you when it's monitoring for a heartbeat. It'll tell you when it has a heartbeat. It gives you further instructions on what to do. So this is the newest one on the model. The bilingual language, also with the child and peds. So we got pretty much the Cadillac of them here. And again, we plan on having a meeting in the very near future. We're hoping our placements are going to be, for instance, like the library, gymnasium, pool, one at City Hall. With this now, the AEDs we had in our patrol cars, we only had one, and it's outdated. We've had it, I don't know how many years now. So by able to obtain this, each patrol car on the road now is going to have an AED in the car with them. So, but that's it. And again, Mrs. Moyer, thank you. You spearheaded this, and I truly appreciate it. So.
Good thing, good thing. Thank you. That's all I have.
All right, thank you. Streets and public improvements.
All I have tonight is I did pre-start with the street lighting. Market Street's a mess. It's dark on several sections. I'm gonna be going around again downtown to check out, to get more poll numbers, to try to get PP&L back up here to do it, because Market Street from that down up to the Redmond is just, and that's all I'm got right now.
All right, thank you. Public safety.
Okay, from the code office, the revenues coming in from the code office was $300 in rental revenue, $255 in parking permits, and other various permits for $4,627.50. The third-party inspector, that includes the third-party inspector and excavating permits and whatnot. So the total revenue collected by the code enforcement department was $5,182.50 for the month. The code enforcement officers addressed 84 complaints. They sent out 29 notices of violation, wrote 25 citations, completed 3 landlord inspections, posted 2 properties unfit, and attended 4 fire calls, and gave out 27 warnings. So again, code enforcement office is busy, and we hope that in the future we can get more help for the code enforcement officer, a very important part of the city. And I have no report from the fire department.
All right, thank you. Mr. Controller,
Nothing tonight, Mayor.
all right. Treasurer,
I spoke with Clasix today.
Yeah.
I wanted to check to see how things are going with the audit. They have everything. All they're doing, the audit is done. They're just reviewing it. So we're good.
good. All right, is that?
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, no CEDACON. Ray, do you have anything else?
Just real quick, a reminder about the trailers. November 1st, they have to be off the roadway. Officers are out and about trying to get them moved. And please, for the citizens, they have to understand snow's coming. We just want to make it a little easier to get on the roads. Also, for our report, the department had 4 juvenile petitions, 37 criminal arrests, 12 non-traffic citations, 15 traffic citations, 1 traffic warning, 173 parking tickets, 305 sweeper tickets, 12 code tickets, for a total of 1,352 calls with 4,093 miles patrolled. Also, as you know, we got the bags on all the meters for the city. We're not tagging for the holiday. And in reference to, at the bottom, one of your motions, myself, Officer Jenkins, along with Betsy, have been working on a grant for our police department. And Betsy can explain it best, but we're hoping and keeping our fingers crossed. It could be big for us. So
Yeah.
That's all.
All right, well, thank you. Well, before we go on, I want to take this time to say thank you very much to you, Doreen and Billy, for serving on council with me and the others. And I know we're gonna miss you. But I really want to thank you guys. It's been great serving with you, and I wish you both the best. And Billy, enjoy your vacations in the Bahamas and Caribbean. And take care of Uncle Benny. No, but seriously, thank you both.
Thank you, Mayor.
All right, under new business, can I get a motion for items 1 through 5?
It's listed on your agenda.
As as listed on the agenda.
So, Mayor.
Thank you. May I have a second?
Second.
Thank you. Anything on the question?
Councilman Milgram,
Yes.
Councilwoman Waschinsky,
Yes.
Councilwoman Moyer,
Yes.
Councilwoman Ennis,
Yes.
Mayor Ulrich.
Yes.
Motion carries unanimous.
Okay, request a motion to allow the treasurer to open a new city bank account titled Shamokin City DCNR Bridge Feasibility Study.
So moved.
One second.
Anything on the question?
Councilman Milgram,
Yes.
Councilwoman Waschinsky,
Yes.
Councilwoman Moyer,
Yes.
Councilwoman Ennis,
Yes.
Mayor Older.
Yes.
The motion carried unanimous.
Okay, request a motion to allow the treasurer to open a new city bank account titled Shamokin City Downtown Manager Fund.
So moved, Mayor.
Second.
Anything on the question?
Councilman Milburn,
Yes.
Councilwoman Waschinsky,
Yes.
Councilwoman Moyer,
Yes.
Councilwoman Ennis,
Yes.
Mayor Older.
Yes.
That motion also carries unanimous.
Okay, request a motion to give Betsy Kramer permission to apply for a grant on behalf of the Shamokin Police Department.
I'll make the motion.
I'll second that.
Anything on the question?
Councilman Milburn,
Yes.
Councilwoman Waschinsky,
Yes.
Councilwoman Moyer,
Yes.
Councilwoman Ennis,
Yes.
Mayor Older.
Yes.
You have to think about
I
it.
thought he was asking them to answer.
The motion carries unanimous.
Okay, request a motion to name and appoint someone to the vacant battalion fire chief position in the Shamokin Fire Department. Yeah,
Would appoint or
the motion.
the nomination.
Yeah, well, thank you.
Okay.
At this time, based on what was recommended, I would like to recommend that Bruce Rogers take over the battalion chief position.
What's the, I don't know.
Well,
Yeah, I know what you're
Yeah,
saying,
it's a
but
second.
how, what do we?
You're making the motion.
I made the
So you
motion.
need a second. I'll second that.
Okay. Is there anything on the question?
Okay, so you have a motion and you have a second. Councilman Milburn,
No.
Councilwoman Waschinsky,
Yes.
Councilwoman Moyer,
Yes.
Councilwoman Ennis,
Yes.
and Mayor Older.
Yes.
Okay. We have 4 yeas, 1 nay. Mr. Rogers, you are appointed battalion chief.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Thank you, council.
Okay, at this time, do we have any unfinished business?
Okay, just so everyone knows that city council, and this is for the record, the city council met in executive session this evening, an hour prior to this, and that meeting was for personnel matters here in city government. So, okay, that's all, Mayor.
All right. Anything from boards and committees?
No, sir.
All right, at this time, I'll turn it over to Solicitor and Attorney Greco.
Thank you, Mayor. First, a reminder, tomorrow at 11 a.m. at the Northumberland County Courthouse, courtroom number 3, is the hearing on the tax levy for the year to continue the existing tax schedule that the city had utilized to balance its budget. So that hearing is tomorrow. We're seeking the court's approval, as the city has done for previous years. So it's not a tax increase, it's just maintaining the existing tax schedule. Another matter, this would be a first reading of a proposed ordinance number 2023, and it might be -5. We have to confirm that. Seven. Oh, time flies when you're having fun.
Yeah, I have written here.
Okay.
It's 7.
It's an ordinance of the city of Shamokin, Northumberland County, Pennsylvania, authorizing the Northumberland County Board of Elections to submit to the electors of the city of Shamokin the question of electing the Government Study Commission at the April primary election. Whereas the Home Rule Charter and Options Law authorizes the governing body of municipality to approve by ordinance the submission of a question to the electors of a municipality to form a government study commission. And whereas the governing body of the city of Shamokin desires to submit a question to the city's electors on whether to form a government study commission, now therefore be it ordained and enacted by the city council of the city of Shamokin, County of Northumberland, Commonwealth of Pennsylvania as follows. Section 1, City Council authorizes Northumberland County Board of Elections to place the following question before the electors of the city of Shamokin at the 2024 primary election. And this is, quote, shall a government study commission of seven members be elected to study the existing form of government of the municipality, to consider the advisability of the adoption of a home rule charter, and if advisable, to draft and to recommend a home rule charter. City Council authorizes the municipal secretary to file a certified copy of this ordinance with the Northumberland County Board of Elections, together with a copy of the question to be submitted to the city electors. If any clause is deemed to be held unconstitutional, it doesn't affect the entire ordinance. And this ordinance would become effective as provided by the city code. So, motion.
Yep, can I get a motion on this?
So moved.
Second.
Anything on the question?
Councilman Milburn,
No.
Councilwoman Lasinski,
No,
Councilwoman Moyer,
Yes.
Councilwoman Ennis,
Yes.
Mayor Ulrich.
Yes.
The motion carries 3 yeas, 2 nays.
I have nothing further.
Okay. All right, here we go. Citizens' comments.
You want? Go ahead. Good evening, everyone, Mayor and City Council. The reason I'm here is, I don't know if you want it in an open council meeting or you want an executive session, or has to deal with the amount of money that I need to pay the city to cover my life insurance. There's a discrepancy in the amount coverage that I was made aware of. When I retired, the amount, without going through a bunch of rigmarole, it says when you retire, you can keep your life insurance going as long as you pay the premium.
Right.
So I contacted the city and asked for the amount, and through a couple conversations, it was told to me that the city dropped the insurance from 50,000 to 10,000.
Okay,
Which,
Mr. John,
which
Mayor,
is certainly something that I wasn't aware of.
I would like an opportunity to set up an appointment with Mr. John and come in.
Mr. Slavy, with all due respect, I've been trying since October of 2022. We first discussed this, and I've made several calls. I did speak to you several times, but more time than not, I'd call up here and I never returned, never got a phone call returned. So as of today, I still don't know.
I don't know how your life insurance could have changed. I've never heard of anything like that as long as I've been here. They just changed?
No, it just, for someone who is retired, like yours was 50,000 while you were
Right.
an officer.
However, now wait, let me stop you there. In the contract, it never says when you retire, the amount is dropped from 50,000 to 10,000.
And
It
that's,
just says you can keep your coverage, your insurance coverage, as long as you pay to the city
The premium.
the premium.
yeah,
That's all. I'm not looking out to take anyone to task. I'm looking out for my wife,
well, sure.
because I'm not gonna be here forever.
You're different.
And she can
because
go
you're under
a
the
lot
police
further on
contract.
50 than
Well,
she
sure.
would be able to do 10.
Bob, you're gonna have to get a labor attorney involved to look over the
And
contract.
that's what I
Yeah,
was gonna
your
say
contract
to
is
him, but
For me, okay, I'm an elected official, I have 50,000 now. When I retire, mine goes down to 10. If any of you have it and pay for it, like Bob's would go down to 10, if we decide to keep it. I'm non-union. You're different, because you're under the police contract.
Correct.
A street department worker is probably also different. I have no idea what theirs is, but it's only like that for
They go down to 10.
non-union.
Yeah, they go down to
They
ten.
go down to 10.
Anyone non-union goes
Anyone-
down to 10 at age 65.
Any retiree goes down to 10.
Oh,
Oh, all you're saying?
Yes, so if there's an issue with a contract and what you're being given right now, then we need to take a look at the contract and we need to get a labor attorney involved to look at the contract and look at what you're getting now and is this what you're supposed to be getting? So it's gonna be a process, but we have to talk to a labor
See,
attorney.
the unspoken truth is,
Mhm.
the labor attorney isn't gonna be cheap.
Yeah,
Which everybody doesn't need to spend extra money if they don't have to. It's in writing that says, I get 50,000, and nowhere in that contract does it say, once you retire, it drops down to 10. It says when you a retiree can keep, there's different sections in it. As long as you pay the premium, it stays the same. So I don't understand, and I understand what you're saying, but I don't understand why we need to have an attorney come in. It's just gonna cost you money, it's gonna cost me money, when it says in black and white.
because Bob, whether, if I was to make that decision, it wouldn't be fair to you, it won't be fair to anybody here in Shamokin if I'm wrong. So what I'm gonna ask you, Bob, is to share with me that contract that you refer to.
The city has a copy of it.
Okay.
I
When
retired,
came
I
here
retired
10
in
years ago, There
2007.
was supposed to be a whole lot of things here. And this gentleman here can speak for the stuff that we have never been able to find, okay? I'm asking you if you have it, would you share with me? I'll scan it over to the labor attorney and get an answer, because I don't wanna see you be unjustly
penalized.
penalized.
No, nobody wants that.
But,
I don't want
but the city doesn't have a copy of that 2007 contract.
Like right at the moment, off the top of her head, I think we'd have to check.
If you
Yeah.
have it, it's much simpler if you just gave it to us. It'll save us time to look for it.
That was 2007.
Maybe there's a
We
copy
were just
at the
starting to
station,
computerize. We don't even have it on disk.
Right.
Right.
You think there's a copy at the station?
There's probably a copy.
Yeah, we'll have it at
When-
Griffiths.
When
I'm
I,
gonna have to,
Yeah.
there was a football, I was handed over to Shane
that's what I was
and,
gonna check with.
Shane and, Bill Z.
Yeah, right.
Bob, you retired in
In
2007.
2008. Yeah.
2007.
So,
And Shane and Dar and someone else was 2008 that negotiated, so there's a copy out there somewhere.
I'll check when I get it.
Thank you very much. I
We'll
appreciate
get
it.
it.
Thank you, Bob.
I just wanna ask, is there gonna be any publication on what boards and committees are gonna be open come the new year? The reason I ask again, is I know,
We're working on it. We were working on it today.
okay, just so like when it comes January 2nd, we don't have the names of the people who are on the board, say, oh, they're getting reappointed and nobody else had an opportunity to reapply. And then I just wanna thank the council for, and Bob Slavy, in an emergency situation, graciously, through his blessing and then the council, we were able, Shamokin Community Cover, we were able to do that event the other day,
Yeah.
served out over 50 meals, and gave out some jackets, gloves, scarves, leftover things that we had, we gave to Marty Sinopoli for her event that she had, but it was a success, and it's always a pleasure cooperating with the city to get those things done, and thank you so much for helping us out there.
For what it's worth, the RDA and the Housing Authority, there are no, as of December, there are no vacancies.
That's a shame you didn't have any open on the RDA
Mhm.
Now,
for the situation
I think
that's
it's
in.
in May.
May, there's
May.
one.
May we have one
May.
coming for sure that I know.
Yeah.
Okay,
But I also have to get to you with the other two boards.
right, and then once Attorney Greco, you guys talk about that landlord tenant options there.
Yep, we'll get that one.
I know that I had resigned to take my seat, but it was never acted on.
Yeah,
So if I'm able to be involved with that, another board member that was on there, Jamie,
you're,
would like to get involved with those conversations too, because I think that she would be an asset to help out. If it's identifying landlords or helping communications or whatever it is to get people on the books and on the rolls here, of who's living where and identify where these rentals are, any way that we can help do it.
sounds
Happy to
good.
do it.
Answers for
Billy
two of the
Doreen,
boards.
awesome, thank you guys so much. And we appointed Doreen when we got here, and
Mhm.
yeah, she was awesome to work with, brought a lot of knowledge to new
To
people
us.
coming in, yeah, always been a friend, and same with Billy, even though he hates me sometimes, but thank you guys so much for the time and effort he's put in, it's a thankless job, and
Thank you,
good luck with what he's doing in the future.
thank you, Joe.
I did forget to ask, and I don't know, I didn't, I should have, but I didn't check. I don't believe I paid my insurance for this year. Because I didn't know what I needed to pay.
Okay.
From prior years, it was around $90. Is that, would that
That's about
possibly
right.
screw me up?
I think it's 85, no.
No, it's not the end of the year yet.
Because I'm,
Yeah.
We have 3 weeks left. We'll get it.
oh, no, that's the reason I'm bringing it up. I mean, I'll pay it, but
Yeah,
I need to check to make sure if I did, I did. If I didn't, I want to make sure that I do.
yeah.
But I was afraid, you
I
know,
like how you said that.
you know how
Yeah.
the legal beagles, no offense, Mr. Greco, how they can construe something that, you know, you already agreed to this, so,
Yeah.
you know,
All right.
thank you very much.
Oh, thank
I
you.
have a, real quick, sorry. Congratulations for the AED devices. And you said you have 7 of them, sorry. Okay. We have one up at the Legion. I just have a question though for you. And that is, how long is the expectancy on these batteries on these? Do you know?
It really, it depends. We had one, our battery lasted us 2 years, and we were on a waiting list for a year to get a battery.
Yeah, right.
We have another one, our battery's been in service now for 6.5 years and no issues.
Nice.
So I think as the batteries are changing, the style of batteries,
Right.
that they're lasting a little bit longer.
Right. Okay, that's right. Just a concern because I know ours, we have to get a new battery soon. for
And
5
now the
years.
batteries are, they're more available, they're readily available now
Awesome.
with the demand, so hopefully we can get them.
Do you have any announcements? All right, can I have a motion to adjourn the meeting?
Second.
Okay. Meeting adjourned.
Merry Christmas, everyone.
Merry Christmas.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you.